I remember the first book I attempted to write. I was 13. My parents gifted me a laptop and I typed away. I wrote for days, sharing the secrets of my characters and making them come alive. Then my laptop crashed and I lost the story forever. It was like my characters never existed. Their stories never made public. From that young age, I knew two things. I was born to be a storyteller and I wanted my stories to be told. Whenever I wrote, I healed. One story I've shared is my story of being an American-born woman who underwent female genital cutting, FGC, in India when I was 7 years old. I've been telling this story for years now, in different formats geared towards different audiences. Yet my talking about it made things difficult for my parents. How could I have known that their fellow community members would ask them, "Why does your daughter feel the need to air dirty laundry in public?" Or that conservative news outlets would seize upon my experience and say, "See, look what happens when we let Muslims into the United States." But I had to go public. When I started researching the topic in 2008, the information I found focused on girls living in small villages in African countries. None of the anecdotes and none of the data resembled me or my experience. I wondered how cutting could have continued for centuries in my culture, in so many cultures not mentioned in the research. My mother had done it to me because she believed it was for the best. It was celebrated, cherished in Bora community. At the time it happened to me, there was no federal law in the US preventing female genital cutting. Today, I help women tell their own stories of FGC. Some have spoken of the pain, hurt, chaos. No stories are identical. Whether they've shared their stories publicly, their names listed or anonymously, I have found that as it was for me, it is true for them. They are healing and helping others find the strength to share their own experiences with cutting.
And as more and more women have been talking about it, and even more women are coming out and publicly talking about it. We're seeing this in India, we're seeing this in the US.
The day I spoke at the UN, my aunts revealed to me that they chose not to have it done to their daughters, yet pretended they had to avoid being shamed by their community. In silence, there is isolation, a sense that FGC doesn't exist or isn't a problem. Storytelling shatters that silence.